Mike Pilavachi is the founder and leader of Soul Survivor, a youth organisation seeking to reach, disciple, equip and empower young people to make a difference in their generation.
He's also an author, international speaker and possibly the best looking youth pastor in Christendom. Welcome, Mike.
It's great to be here.
Thank
you for that accurate introduction, especially the last bit.
We like to get it right here.
Thank you.
Now, we've had Matt Redmond on the show before. He's part of your team, and generally Soul Survivor is synonymous with youth worship revival, and there's a great story behind Heart of Worship that was quite key in the life of your church. Can you tell us a bit about that story?
Well, the brief version is when we planted the church, we had Matt and other good worship leaders, some good musicians. The worship really went. But after a while, I noticed that we lost something, that we were going through the motions, and I thought it was technical. I thought the music's too loud, so I told the sound guy to turn it down. And then I thought we're doing it too slowly. The songs are dragging. We need to speed them up. We speeded them up, but all we did was finish the service earlier, and nothing seemed to happen. And then I suddenly realised that we'd become consumers of worship instead of participants. We were marking the worship out of 10. How did you think that went? And I was hearing comments like, "Oh, the worship didn't do much for me today." And we taught about it being a sacrifice of praise, about it's not a spectator sport, it's something we give to God, it's something we choose to bring. But somehow it wasn't doing it. And in the end, it was because we were desperate. I was desperate. For a while, we stopped the band leading and Matt leading. I just said, right, we're going to gather in our services, we're going to sit in circles, and if we don't bring a sacrifice of praise, we'll just sit here in silence. You know, the first couple of services we did, it was horrible. And I remember somebody came up to me after the second service and said, Mike, if we have another service like that, people will leave and we won't have a church left. And my honest response was, I'd rather we didn't have a church than a church that's forgotten how to worship. And then after a while, we started to get it, and people started bringing prayers of praise, thanksgiving, a reading of scripture, a prophetic word. And then there was one time, it was after about 3 or 4 weeks, someone just started a song, you know, Acapulco. It was amazing. It just started, and someone else started another song, and then someone else started another song. And it went from one to the other. And we just got that electricity back, that sense of his presence. And it was at that point I said to Matt, okay, you lead us just on your guitar next Sunday. I think we're getting the lesson. And I remember him saying, I've written a song out of this. Is it all right if I sing it? And I said, okay. And then when he started, it broke us. You know, when the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song. And that was the heart of it. And it was a lesson that we learnt as a church. And, you know, that's not Matt's song, it's our song. He gets the royalties. But it's...
Well, I tell you, it's a lesson that the world has learned, because
absolutely.
that lesson has just trickled across the globe.
The embarrassing bit about that is when after we sang that song in our church, I said, Matt, that's great for us, but I don't think it's right to do that anywhere else. It's so personal to our church. It won't work anywhere else. How wrong can a person be? Isn't that terrible?
So obviously from there and, you know, over the last years, things have gotten quite big for you. How do you still do the international, do the big, but keep it local as well?
Well, I still pastor a local church, and it's the church I love, and have lots of meetings. The day I get back from here, we're going to have a barbecue at my house for some of the leaders of the services.
You do barbecues in that part of the world too, do you? It's not just an Aussie
Yeah,
thing.
we do. But what we do is we do them kind of inside because it's too cold outside.
So British.
Yeah. No, so yeah, enough of that. And I mean, we have green fields. What can you say? So I love doing the local, and that's what keeps it real. But I also love doing this. I love meeting new people. I love seeing what God's doing around the world. It's an absolute privilege.
Well, tell us about some of the things that you're doing around the world. Tell us about Soul in the City and Hope 08, some of the projects that you're working on at the moment.
Yeah, well, Hope 08, we're working with a number of others in the UK. It's really taken off. We did Soul in the City in London as a mission to our capital city in 2004, and 11,000 Christian young people came just to serve the communities of London, and joined with 770 churches from London who all served together. And what we wanted to do was proclaim Jesus with our words, but also with our lives. And the kids got it, and it was amazing what happened. Well, we did that for 2 weeks, and a whole bunch of people came to Jesus, churches were encouraged, all that stuff. And then we were thinking, what do we do next in our country? And then we thought, why don't we do something like this, but for a whole year, the whole church to the whole nation? And we floated the idea, and loads of churches and Christian leaders, the Archbishop of Canterbury, the head of the Baptist Union, the Methodist Church, the Assemblies of God, Elim churches, loads of denominations and others said, we want to do this. And right now we're in the middle of that year. Churches all over the country serving together to proclaim Jesus in word and deed. And that's the heart of Hope 08, really. Yeah, and then next summer, our summer, your winter, we're going to take a whole bunch of Christian young people to Durban, South Africa, to do a kind of soul in the city there, and to serve, and particularly to serve in the townships and to serve amongst street children and stuff like that. And what that'll do, I hope, is as well as what it might do for the people there, the kids that we'll take, I hope it'll change them for life. Yeah. Because by doing mission, by doing that, you're changed, and God puts it on your heart. So that's the dream of that.
That's terrific, yeah.
Well, we've loved having you here this week as part of Hillsong Conference.
Absolutely.
How's your experience been?
It's been amazing. I mean, the first day, Tuesday, I arrived, and it was a bit nerve-wracking speaking in the evening, but we got through that. But yesterday, we had that one meeting in the afternoon, which was just incredible. And I don't know what else to say except I met Jesus, and I really needed to meet Jesus like that. And that's made it, and met some amazing people and meeting some amazing people. I'm loving being here.
Mike, it's great to have you with us. Thank you for being with us.
Brilliant to be here.
Thanks so much.